1 o'clock p.m. on the dot, he said, "That's the kind of love I've been dreaming of." And then in his I'm talking about Andrew right now. We're talking about Hosier music. If you don't want to hear it, exit. Anyway, he was like, at his concert, he goes, even longer. That's the kind of love. I was like, oh my God. I wonder if he could swim underwater. For long periods of time. And if you don't know what I mean by swim, then you're too young to be on this channel. Okay. So this is news reports. We got meteorites or fireballs already hitting Texas. It's just warming up. You know, I'm warming up my arm. So you'll see more fireballs. They may hit your house or your head. If you're really unlucky, a meteorite is going to hit you on the head. A firing one. If you're really bad, so you're sitting outside, hanging out in your $200 million yacht, and all of a sudden, the yacht sinks because fireballs. Big ones. I started small, and then I'm going to increase to big ass niggas. So shout out to my needle for making things happen in the future. That was a nice move there you did when you went to the left, and then I didn't know you were going to fake it and go to the right, and then I automatically dropped whatever baby that was off at the pool. I just want to give you your props. Where are my Avengers? Robert Downey Jr., where you at? Huh? So who do you know our relationship between me and him? I had to deal with his demon. His demon was huge. Hold on. Let me get a charger just in case. I don't know where it is. Mess. I don't know. But I went under to fight his demon on his back. And, you know, he went to fight mine. To come to an equal repose. And, hold on. Okay. And when Lilith isn't fed, period.com, when she isn't fed down there, she is the scariest thing I've ever witnessed it. Like, I've had this thing down there start talking to me. You want to get down? I've had this thing down here. She on a whole nother universe. She's not on the same universe as me. She's in a whole different universe. This is the Black Waters. She knows all the spells, all the that, and she passes it to the masculine by letting go of this long cord, and then hooks up to their pineal, and either sucks out the joy and the love and the stuff, or she gives in abundance. She never not gives in abundance to the people who truly deserve it. Never. I've never not seen her when a person is truly kind. She hooks up to my Oshun energy, and then she hooks up to Oya. She'll hook up to depending on which goddess got the best bank account. Right now it's Yemaya, baby. I saw Yemaya bank account. I was like, damn, are you water, bitch? Because money is currency. Money is feminine. Money is fluid. Money is water. Money is water. So when I saw your main account, I was like, Mama. I was like, Mama, can I hang out with you? She was like, here. I was like, what? She goes, this is the code you can get in. I was like, okay. What bank? She's like, when I open a Z bank. I was like, you're naming your bank after me? She's like, yeah. She said, that was a good idea because it's the last motherfucker to try me. That would be the last motherfucker to try me. I was like, give me a kind of gangster. Why are people acting like you're some like royal saint? You're pretty awful sometimes. She said, I am real. She's a real person on this earth. She's a real person on this earth. I was like, she reminds me of like Bumpy Johnson era. She's not like, she's Harlem Nights, Big Mama scene. You know, where she got shot in the foot type stuff. Like, that's her energy. Very like that energy. I was like, I can't wait to like finally meet you. Because all of the energies that are inside of me, I put externally. Because number one, I don't need all that power. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? What? That's like me being a billionaire and keeping my money. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? Can't spend all that. There's people on the side of the road, $1,000 would change their life. $2 million would fucking alternate this girl's idea from a business scheme idea to a real fucking business. Like, how much philanthropy that you could do, but with money. But instead, you make everybody compete for your attention, for your stuff, and so you could be, you know, uptight and tight butt. I hate tight butt people that walk like they got tight butt. I'm like, you better let some of them eggs out before you explode. A chicken can only hold so many eggs. You don't get it. You don't get it. So this is why, number one, if my man don't do role play, he can get the fuck out. I'm sorry, guys, but my standard, as loose as my boundaries be, I got standards in the bedroom. I got standards. If you don't work like a racehorse, what's the point? You shouldn't even be doing it. Maybe you should go find yourself a wife. Do you know how big my fields are? You got to plow the whole field. You got to be a motherfucking ox. You got to be an ox. To plow all my fields. To water all my trees. Come on. I am the earth. And you are supposed to be the God, right? Each woman has their own version of heaven, right? And it is our job to plant it within ourselves so that we can see it outside. It is the masculine's fucking duty, because the amount of fucking energy that when I plug into somebody's system that I can take, but I don't, but that I can give in the pineal gland, and then when it drips down, it drips different colors, like a rainbow. So it's like I slice the brain open, remove the top, and I come out of the top, and then I start writing. Listen, I love, love, love roleplay. Period.com. Period.com. I'm creating a whole nother TV show. You know? And it's like to get guys to loosen up and to be a theater actor. This is why I went in the theater. I was like, I bet there's some freaks up in young. I bet in the and in the theater people just be a little weird like me. They be a little weird. But it's a good thing, you know. It's a good thing. But when it comes to that, like what Bobby Hemmett said it best. I love this man. Sorry. I love Bobby Hemmett. He say what I want to say, but if I was a masculine, he said what I want to say. That's the kind of love. Stop embarrassing yourself. Stop it. I'm not embarrassed of anything I say. Because I would say this with my girls. I would say this with my boys. I would say this with any fucking body. I love Bobby. I miss him too. His energy. I miss. I miss it being around me. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it right now. If you find it in my brain, you know. So I told my husband, I said, if there's ever a video you want me to take down, put a 911 under it. And I still haven't taken it down. I found a 911 yesterday. I was like, uh-oh. It was the Robin Thicke. You feel so good. You've been a bad girl. Someone's gonna have to teach you a lesson. You were late for school. Someone's gonna have to teach you. You can call me professor. Sorry. That was involuntary. When I sing, I have these visions in my head. They're when me and my significant other are making love, and they're in my head when I sing. So I love to sing, and then in my irises, I flash those moments so he could see it in 3D and 2D and 4D and jumping out the screen D. So he's like feels like every part of him is touched. Every part of him is reached. Even the darkest corners of his reality, which can get you real dark, bitch. Real dark. And this stuff gets real dark, but I like the dark shit. I just be like, Lilith, come here. And she has fire. Lilith does. It catches on fire, guys. It's like, have you ever been to a circus? Imagine all of that happening because it's a chemistry lab chemistry lab. So it catch fire and all that kind of stuff. So that's like a shoot energy coming out. That's like this very deep energy that's needing firefighters to wash it out. So the sun is gonna get hotter and hotter because she controls it. You guys, I don't control the sun. I don't. Lilith, she controls the sun. For real. You want to see it get drier? Watch, it's going to get drier. And the fish is Yemayasi and oceans and lakes are you guys. Because you're just fishes in the sea. You guys, Texas, if that's not a sign that the plagues are opening, you know what I'm saying, all them fishes washing up in Texas. That's a sign that maybe y'all shouldn't be in that area. But you can't leave. You can't go. There will be a border motherfucking around here, from here to the bottom. No, I was thinking nope. Dad's gonna deal with the geography because that was not my subject. He's just gonna make it happen when he goes to the fucking work, just working it. Just working this shit. He's so good. He's like a needle, like he's like the best surgeon for me. I can do surgery on everyone, but who can do surgery on me? You know, hey Hawthorne, hey boy, I missed you. I told you to come. Where you been? Where's your wife at? Y'all about to have another batch of babies? I'll send you some more eggs, dear. It's okay. Bye, Hawthorne. So, motherfucking, let me tell you, motherfucking yesterday, I was building something and I remembered a line from one of my favorite songs where he goes, "Let there be hotel complaints and grievances," right? That kind of love. Have you ever felt like a giggly schoolgirl? Makes me feel like a giggly schoolgirl. I've never felt like that, for real. Like where I'm just like, hold on. Oh, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I mean, listen to the lyrics to that song, guys. For real. If you ever wanted to seduce your partner, that's the fucking song. He said, "Let there be hotel complaints and grievances raised in that kind of love." Honey, the stuff is stuck up, then and die a child. It's almost too, like, in a sense, like he's telling the not dismissive, but if you can't meet that standard, shut up. I think it's a swag song. That song has so much swag to it. For real. Right. Lilith had to pop up and say, right? Uh-oh, why don't you just say, hey, mommy? It's back to the cat again. Let there be all complaints and grievances. Now, my daughter is starting to learn English and words, so I can't be as free with my stuff because I don't want her to walk around telling people the secrets of the Unani. So I'm going to have to start coding things for you guys. So if you haven't taken my 401 class, my Hard Knocks class, or my tree trunk trimming class, I know your lower self is probably like, what? But your higher self is going to know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't taken those classes, it's probably the smartest thing for you guys to do is look through my videos and take one of those courses. Your spirit will tell you when the video is what you need, because I'm going to be knocking really hard here because she's starting to talk, and I don't want her to have the sexual complex that most children develop if introduced early to a lot of sexual content. So I'm going to be coding things very tightly. So if you missed any of those classes again, go back, rewatch, absorb the I do miss Bobby Hemming. I call him the three-headed dog. Whenever I sent the three-headed dog, y'all was over. That's Bobby Hemming. I was like, why would you come so early? Why wouldn't you like wait on me? He said the 90s needed it. The 80s and the 90s needed information. It was like a wasteland, man. I miss him so much. I know. Talking about your form. He comes and sit next to me. Stop. Okay. It's really weirding me out because I can see in 3D, 4D, and 8D and shit. So it's giving me some weird feelings. So let's chill out, okay? Okay. So another important thing for me is I love the theater. I love finding a character, falling in love with that character, helping that character through their trials and tribulations, only to figure out that at the end of that story, that person was a real person, and they were somewhere and they needed help acting out situations that were impossible. It's like you're playing chess with yourself, or you're playing chess with God, and you're making your moves and you can't see what God is thinking. So you can't know the next move you should take. So you got 2 to 3 different takes and you run through that course with yourself, And then once it happens, you're like, oh shit, I got this. And it unlocks a part of your identity you're missing. So this is why I loved actors, and I was like always obsessed with singers and stuff like that, because I feel like that they have mastered acting in this matrix. So if we go to the opposite side and we talking and I'm all in my character and you make fun of me, Lilith comes out because she goes, you're not a good actor. And then you're gone. So I'm like, that's why one of the reasons I have not had many long-term boyfriends. Long-term people that have access to the halls indefinitely. You know what I mean? No long-term partners were allowed to go to the library and read. It's like you're not making love, right? You're not making love, you're more going through life really quickly. Seeing in the future, in the past, on the side, behind the trash can. You seeing all of this stuff at once, and you have to be the person to organize those visions and pass them out. Baby chess. Mommy chess. Yeah. Daddy chess. It's like you are the TA in this class or a co-lecturer helping me out It's not like I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you, I'm a feminine, so I control the person. Like, no, we have a conversation about how we want um, our world to go. And I got a whole document, right, of all the stuff on his list of what he needs to upkeep his world, you know. And I put on there something that I feel is important. And I don't want to talk too much about it. But in the darkest of night, when Lilith is here, I am no longer here. And if you don't understand that, think multiple personality, all that kind of shit, you don't deserve me. But when she's here, you have a list of requirements. And these requirements is very dinner and diatribes, like dark stuff. And that is one way to balance her out so she don't try to overcome you. You have to be just as bad as her. So when you sign up for this contract, if you get this contract, because I'm not going to say yes or no until you present the monsters, and you did, okay, so I say yes. But that's a requirement. She comes out on the full moon. She will act different, walk different, all black. Sometimes she'll wear like a beautiful red dress. She won't do too much. She won't be too high. You'll see it's not like Zanisha. It'll be real low. It'll get real dark real quick if you don't find a way to balance her energy out. There's a couple things that I would tell you to do with Lilith to calm her down if she gets mad during any of these things. Like, one, you have to be stern, almost professor-esque, because she respects priests who really do this shit and cast out demons. For real, for real. She respects monks who really do they shit that pass out or cast out demons, because monks do it too, but they do it from they're laser surgeons, so they do it from afar. They don't have to do it right then and there like a priest do. But they're trying to bring things. There's a whole section I'll go over. But 3, priests, monks, musicians. Although musicians would be the last sometimes, because the only person that she really fucks with like that musically is Andrew Hosier dude, period.com. She don't like to collaborate too much with a lot of people, but Lily always loved collaborating with him. She says, oh, he gets it. Oh, he gets it. I'm like, what does he get? She goes, you'll see. So 3, and then 4, rappers and all of the technicians, because like most of the people who do beats and stuff like that, they are underground technicians who dig the tunnels to freedom type shit. So she gives them fire to filter out, to burn shit down. Get it? So then when you are with her and you make her mad, you're going to have to fight for your life like Josh has to sometimes. Because when Lilith gets mad, I can't stop her unless justice gets involved. Right versus right and wrong versus wrong. And most of the time when she go to court, she always come out right. So she will always get off on any court system. No matter what the case is, Lilith gets off, because 1% over in the darkness, you're in the dark. Just 1 more percent, right? So now we're going to code the fireballs. If you want to stop the world from burning up from these fireballs, y'all don't remember the dinosaurs? Y'all got Lilith hella mad and she threw all those balls. That was right now. So we are on the verge of extinction. And I'm sorry that you guys don't see it, but I see it. We're on the verge of extinction. Just like with the dinosaurs and the melting of the ice and all that shit. The fireballs is about to rain unless you present the masculine that is the equal to Lilith's feminine. Do you get it? The masculine that's equal, and he can knock the shits out the park, save the world. But y'all be on some prudish shit. Y'all be on some prude shit. Y'all are so obsessed with how a bitch look and how she smell and her toes being done and da. You don't realize that she is destruction. So you decorating your own coffin, nigga. Y'all just decorating your own coffin. So like, I don't spend no time on my hair. I don't spend my time on my nails. I don't spend no time on how I look. Cause bury me inside, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, sing me the words of a love song. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Huh? Yeah. Are you hungry still? Choo choo train. We'll go to the park here in a second. Okay? And play on the choo choo train. Lay me in the river at dawn. Mommy, leave me the words of a love song. No, Makali. Sorry. She pulling my nails. Nope. That's a phone call coming in. Who is it? And okay, what was I? So when Lilith is here, everybody will notice because mom is not mom. She's not some happy-go-lucky. Hi, mommy. I want to play. Keep the kids away. Too far, too close. They might get eaten type stuff. I'm sorry to say that, but their spirit will be engulfed. So, and kids don't know how to talk to Lilith, so keep them a little bit back, right? And then when she's here completely, we have to either go to an island or a boat somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Like, we gotta go because she has to scream it out. And these is what turns 33333 turns down hurricanes. It turns down the weather patterns and keeps it organized. If she can't scream and be very vocal, because her screams are like a banshee, like that, like Oya es. So if you hear that, it's almost exercising the whip of the bull, like when the whip. I don't know. I just keep hearing and feeling the like deep shredded whip, and she needs to act out that energy from frustration symbolism. So like maybe something, she just has to be able to filter that much energy really quick. And you can use that much energy underwater or wherever you capture this energy to program anything, 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 anything. But that much energy has to be kept really high. So don't bring that down, otherwise everything will sink with it. So you keep that into a jar, a jug, or some type of something, vegetable, and use it every once in a while. You use it sparsely because it's like TNT, it's like Oppenheimer explosion, but spiritually and through the film and on the screen. It's like an atomic bomb. Be careful, is what I'm saying. With that energy, it's very potent. Um, Dancing, allow her to find her femininity in this dark space through dancing. Don't don't scare her back into the shell because her weakness that she feels that she doesn't really, she's not that feminine because she has been using a lot of masculine of her energy. When she dances, she's finding this femininity. So if you make her cry or anything like that, snakes will come out of her head, out of her eyeballs, out of her ears. Like if she feels embarrassed, don't ever make her feel embarrassed. The only goddess I love embarrassment because I see the bigger picture always. But if you make her embarrassed, especially during the act or in a sense, what's that? That's trash. Okay. If you make her embarrassed in this form, you may end up sinking lower than you came. And I can't pick you up because that's real low. So don't make her feel embarrassed during this time. Another thing about Lilith, oh gosh, she loves chocolate cake. She loves movies in the dark and candles, and she can be very romantic and kind in her own way. She's not gonna give you your compliments like you like for your brain, She is literally in your wand at this moment, using it like a little puppet to move things around. You have to be the one to say, I'm not your puppet, right? You listen to me. I'm not your puppet. Listen to me. So you take your wand back. Mommy, I died. And once you take the wand back, here, die is fine. He's fine. Once you take your wand back from her, you have to allow her her time to act out this audacity. If you give her time to act out this motherfucker, this, she'll become more gracious and more kind and more giving. And as soon as you get into the Bank of the West, you've made it to heaven because she has the keys to heaven. People are like, oh, Lilith controls hell. Lilith was the first before everyone. Before the trees, before the womb, she and wisdom were hanging out and said, hey, let's create a world where we can actually be in physical form. And we'll have this, we'll have that, we'll have that. And they thought up this reality. So if you don't come with severe reverence, I wrote that down the other day. I was like, she said, you must have severe reverence. Severe. That is a type of obsession with the feminine that is necessary to uphold her kingdom. People may think, oh, you have some high standards. You have some high standards. Hell yeah. Spiritually, I do. With your communications, I do. Of course. Everyone should. Oh, okay. Another thing with her, don't call her boo. Don't call her anything like boo or baby or cutesy names like that. You can call her like Lil and Lil. You can call her Lil. You can call her Lily. Because, there's a couple poison lilies out there and she's really excited to search for. So if you give her a puzzle, she'll be really excited. So like all the nicknames that you name her has to be like a code for something else. And then she'll go into those codes and she'll do this and she'll do that. She's really obsessed with training the mind in the way that it should go. You know, she loves food. She is in love with food. She loves the complexity. She loves the organization. She loves that. And she was looking for a chef for her own place. So make some sort of competition so we can find the best chefs to feed Lilith. Because it's not like, oh, here's a sacrifice. No. It's more of a, hey, I made this plate of food for you. What do you think? What do you think? Right? Her favorite song is Dinner and Diamond Tribes. She says that Hosier guy is her boyfriend. I was like, isn't he really scary in that one? She goes, yes. She loves that song. Loves it. Man, it's hard to get her not to listen to anything else sometimes. She danced to it the other day and coded a couple tornadoes and threw it. Another thing about her, she loves the Peaky Blinders. She said she seeped a lot of energy into that show. She loves the Peaky Blinders. She said Cillian Murphy is adorable, but in a dark way. She really likes him. And she says Oppenheimer. I've never seen it, but most beautifully written that she's seen in a long time. The writing was elegant, she said, and that's really hard. But at the end, when he said the whole thing about being the destroyer of worlds, she said that was beautiful. How he said that. I have become destroyer of worlds. And she said, I mean, yeah. She goes back to the beginning of creation and reminds Shiva. She's talking about how she was wearing the red dress and he was destroying the world and almost destroyed the whole thing. So she's very strong and like pushy. She could push a soul without you knowing. She's very pushy. Bless you.
Please.
Hmm?
Mommy. Mommy.
No, we're not gonna call Nana yet. Later. She loves the dark version of Alice in Wonderland, Tea Party. She loves having friends and making parties. She's obsessed with planning parties, like really obsessed. She likes her hard liquor. She loves hard liquor. Scotch. She loves scotch.